What are the 5 types of clutter? Hi, guys, this is Diane of Minimize to Maximize, where we embark on a common journey to minimize the clutter in our lives, to maximize life's fulfillment and enjoyment in its simplicity and its beauty, and sometimes also in its complexity. So, when I work with clients on home organizing and in decluttering their possessions, I tell them about the 5 types of clutter that exist in our modern life. And the first one is very obvious. It is object, object clutter, stuff, physical objects that we have in our home, in our sheds, in the yard, and lying around at our parents' house, all these boxes of things that belong to us from the past and things that we don't necessarily use on a regular basis. That's the physical, or what you would call objects clutter. So that's the most obvious. But there's more than that. There is also projects clutter. A lot of my clients have clutter because they have a lot of unstarted or unfinished projects. And a lot of these projects tie in with supplies to create this project, to complete a project. It could be a DIY project, it could be, home improvement, it could be arts and crafts, it could be installing a curtain, it could be anything of this nature, or it could be even like a book to read that's been sitting on the shelf for a very long time. And what I'd like to say about project clutter is that it occupies some mental space. It's one of those things that's almost like a to-do in the back of our mind. So you have objects clutter that you may never use again. And you may have projects clutter that you have all the best of intentions to actually start or do or complete, but haven't done so. And if you start to put the objects in your home that are a project, it means it's a to-do. And in the back of your mind, it means that it's an action step for you to do, and it occupies mental space. This also brings me to another type of clutter, which is very common in our modern world, and it's digital clutter. Digital clutter is anything you find on your online devices, your laptop, your desktop, your phone, your tablet. It's all those emails, it's those digital photos, documents, it is your social media accounts, and the flow of information and data and things that are also stored for maybe future use. So getting on top of our digital clutter is really helpful. So simplifying maybe the number of apps you have on your phone could be very helpful. Maybe reducing or eliminating notifications and sounds and chimes from your devices will help to minimize the digital clutter in your life. I'm very mindful of the apps that I have on my phone. I only have one phone and one laptop. This is the extent of the digital devices that I want to have in my life, and that's really plenty. So having few apps, or if I use an app, it could be maybe for a project or for something that I have for a short period of time. And then after I'm done, I uninstall the app. And every time I have an app, and every social media account that I have, which I've actually lowered over the years, I make sure I don't get the notifications because I don't want to have my focus be pulled whilst I am living life. So, yeah, digital clutter is huge. A third, well, no, I'm on number 4. Fourth clutter is mental clutter. Mental clutter has to do with the thoughts in our heads that are really not serving us in the present moment or in the future life and person we want to be. And this is where mindfulness practices and slowing down and simplifying really helps to not eliminate thoughts, because we are human, we're still going to have thoughts, but the mental real estate it's taking in our brain can be less. The space between thoughts can widen, and within that space we can have a little bit more peace. So mental clutter is huge, and I want to tie this back to objects clutter as well as projects clutter and digital clutter, because those things produce some thoughts in our heads as things to do, things to clean, things to take care of, things to fix, things to discard, and they objects and projects and digital clutter does impact our mental state and create so much stimulus. And last but not least is emotional clutter. If you have a lot of objects, and if the space you live in or the space you work in or volunteer at is very cluttered with a lot of objects, maybe you don't feel very at peace. Maybe you don't feel very serene. Maybe you cannot find what it is you're looking for because you don't know where things are. Everything is mixed together. And so, same thing, object clutter, project clutter, digital clutter, mental clutter do tie in with emotional clutter. Our objects and the stimulus in our lives does impact our emotional state. And also our emotional state does impact the way we perceive our environment. But I love to tell people that when we work on object clutter and project clutter and digital clutter, it really helps to find more rest and to help us to slow down our thoughts. And it also helps us to feel more serene. And I don't know about you, but feeling serene and peaceful and content and rested feels really good to me. I don't know about you, but this is like something that I want in my life, because our modern life is very busy, especially if we have work, if we have children, if we have responsibilities to care for our elderly parents, or a mission that is important to us, a project that is really important to us to focus our energy on. We do also need to balance this out with slowing down and having a rest in a serene space. And I hope this can be in a room in your house, in your garden, and hopefully everywhere in your home is like that. So these 5 types of clutter really are interconnected. So let's go back to them. We have objects clutter. We have projects clutter. Whoops. We have digital clutter, we have mental clutter, and we have emotional clutter. And I have a bonus clutter, which I'm not going to delve into. It's a whole YouTube channel of itself. It's relationship clutter. There could be relationships in your life that are really not worth investing your time and effort into, and that could be a little bit either toxic or taking up mental, emotional, and physical energy out of you without being fulfilling or helpful. So yeah, that was my bonus clutter for you. Guys, do you have any other types of clutter that are popping up in your life that you're like, hey, how about this, Diane? Or please share it with the community. The more comments we have, the better. Everybody's journey is different, but I'm hoping that this simplifies for you the 5 types of clutter we have in life. And let's try to minimize it so that we can maximize what is really of value and of importance to us in our lives. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your community. Somebody out there could be inspired and helped by the information we're sharing on this channel. And yeah, subscribe as well if you would like to see more videos like this. Many blessings to you, and take care.